So this started out when a friend of mine asked me for fanfic recs for different fandom, and she really enjoyed my recommendations. So I would love to share the same with everyone. This is, of course, a very subjective matter. My 10 favorites might be fics that you really hate, but I do hope not. So, let's get started. So we'll start off with one of the big names, which is Naruto, and the story is Stormborn by Black Cat. Basically, it's an AU where Naruto used to be the head of Uzushio, but died during the Kirigakure invasion. And by use of seals, he was reborn as Naruto. The pacing is great, the character development sublime, especially with Naruto leaving Konoha instead of Sasuke to rebuild Uzushio, and Sasuke being the one to follow him instead. And God, I just love the role reversal. And I think everyone who read this story will enjoy it as much as I do. So after the Sasunaru rec, you might think of me as a proponent of mainstream pairing, and you would be correct, because the next couple is Zoro Sanji from One Piece. The fic is Exposure to Sunlight by Libby Loon. It's an AU fic where Sanji never escapes the wind smoke as a child. Zoro somehow found himself on the Germa 66 island after the Sabaody archipelago and met Sanji. The story itself is so sublime. You see Sanji as this fragile creature from years and years of abuse before he slowly morphs into his canon counterpart by Zoro's influence. You think it would be a Grimichi, didn't you? Grimichi is great, but in terms of story, this one is my favorite. It's a story called Guard by CYWS Cross. An AU, I love AU, short story where Ichigo time traveled and became the brother of Yoruichi after being taken in by the Shihoin clan. He picks up Urahara on the way and it goes from there. I don't want to say much since it's a short story, but I think everyone would love this story as much as I do. Next, we're going to Hero Academia, and the story is called Burn My Wings. This is an AU where Izuku inherited quirks from his parents, but due to the trauma of his father, who is a villain, abusing him and his mother, he didn't want to use the fire side of his quirk, opting to only use the gravity pull and taking the recoil of burning himself rather than releasing fire to hurt anyone else. It's a journey of self-acceptance, and this fic is seriously amazing. And with so much fire involved, I'm sure you already guessed that this is a Todo Deku pair. So next is from Detective Conan, or Case Closed, whatever you want to call it. The story name is called A Study in Scarlette by Kite Basu, an allusion to Conan Doyle's novel. It's hands down one of the best fic I've ever read. I stopped reading Conan altogether because this story is enough to give me all the closure. The synopsis of the story is there are people who want to live forever, and then there is Shinichi who just wants to live longer than this. So basically, Shinichi is dying because of the APTX 4869. And there is a murder case related to Kaito Kid and the Pandora Gem. They join hands to discover the secrets of immortality. This story gives the background to all the character. It's just so good that you simply must. The next one is from Yuuri on Ice. It's Until My Feet Bleed and My Heart Aches by Rhea. It's one of the most popular fanfic currently. I think it's ranked 1 now on AO3, and with good reason too. It's an AU where instead of adoring Victor, Yuuri absolutely hates him. Why? Because Victor calls him a piggy after Yuuri told him he wanted to skate like him. So this follows Yuuri as he competed in the juniors till his competitions with Victor. Every competition, Rhea has accompanied music, which is so perfect and so well selected. I read this whole story in a day, and I read it once every year just to get the good feelings. Next is from Persona 5. The story is Oh Alice, There's No Reflection in the Looking Glass by Into the Prison. It's a take on New Game Plus where Akira is stuck in a time loop, replaying the game events over and over again. Rather than Arsane, his go-to demon is the max-leveled OP Alice. His high-leveled Alice caused questions and problems. Some things change, whilst others remain the same. Then there's the Akira backstory linking to the Persona 4 storyline. The art of this fic is breathtaking, and oh, the pairing is Akechi and Akira. Next is from Kuroko no Basket, one of my favorite anime, and the story is As Luck Would Have It by Dawnstruck. It's a story where Kise never went to Teiko, and Takao moved away during middle school. Kise and Midorima became friends when he helped Midorima out in a gay club. Kise then downloaded Grindr for Midorima and paired him up with Takao. Not to spoil much, but the pairing is Mido Taka and Ao Kise, with lots of people in their secret closets. It's so cute, and I think you'll be blown away by the fluff. Next is from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. This is the only story in this list that doesn't contain a definite pairing. It's called Odd Job Tsuna by Shameless Dilettante, and as the title suggests, Tsuna started doing odd jobs when he was 7, and resulted in great effects. He goes from being a newspaper delivery boy at 7 to being the mayor, to being a fashion designer, and to being the CEO of a multinational. It's crack at its best, and I just love it so much. Next is from Fate. This is definitely not my favorite pairing, because that would be Gyoshiro, but this is definitely one of the best English fanfic. It's called For Want of a Nail by Foxhound Vix Tree N. Rather than stealing the artifact for summoning Alexander, Waver stole the artifact for summoning Diarmuid. It's honestly heartwarming to see Waver growing confidence every time Diarmuid praises him, and vice versa when Diarmuid realizes he has a master that he wouldn't throw him away. It's a lovely story, and I'm sure everyone would love it. And that's the whole list. If you've already read them, please tell me your thoughts, and if you haven't, I highly recommend that you do. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll make another one soon. Thank you.